artistic, creative people who are willing to go out there and infiltrate these organizations with cameras. And I will provide the equipment. I will provide any training you need. I will work with you. We're looking for people we can trust. We're looking for true believers who want to expose things. You can go to my website, which is The Project Veritas. That's The Project, VERITAS.com.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Well, and I'll tell you what, James, not that I'm personally on a witch hunt, but I have to tell you, conveniently enough, for someone who's on the radio, even though it's broadcast over the internet, I have the NAACP across the street. And I've just been waiting for my moment to go over there and say, would any of you gentlemen like to have an interview with Red Radio? So when we do that, if I can get it on video or if we can get it on air, we will definitely let you know how that goes.
Well, you know, the other thing, James, is, I'm sorry, as I'm always amazed, you know, because watching the Acorn video where it was you know, where you were there, I'm amazed at how composed you're able to keep yourself, because there must be moments when you're in that moment and they're saying these things that are so incriminating, where you think to yourself, oh my God, I can't believe they just said that. This is going to be awesome. I mean, how do you maintain? Because if it were me, I'd probably like get a grin ear to ear and could hardly contain my enthusiasm that they were slowly hanging themselves. How do you sort of maintain yourself in that moment?
Well, you just sort of have to. It's like improvisational acting. You stay in your character, and there's just no, there's no buts about it. You just stay in your moment, and you go with the flow. And in fact, when they give you those outrageous statements, that's probably better for you, because it's easy to respond and have a dialogue with these people. But you treat it like an act, like you're in a play, and it's sort of live action guerrilla theater. And you're sort of, you're in this moment knowing they're going to give you advice, and about prostitutes and nefarious tax advice. At one point, the Acorn employee said to me, I think she said, you can always claim the prostitutes as dependents on your tax forms.
I remember that.
I remember thinking, Hannah was sitting next to me, and I was like, okay, well, apparently I need to come up with something more outrageous than that. So I'm like, they're not even legal citizens. She's like, that's fine, just don't file your taxes. And it's just like one thing after another.
Wow.
People always say to me, they're never going to agree to that. They're never going to say it. They're never going to. They always do. They always do. Because what we do is we try to push the envelope, expose the humanity of public officials. How far do we have to go until they submit to me that they have a soul? And we can't really get too far. We can go as far as we want, and there's no stopping them.
Well, let me ask you this. What are your plans for the future? What's on the chopping block? I mean, obviously you can't give away any super top secret information, but what do you have coming up in the near future that we should look for without giving something away? Did we lose him, Sean?
Hold on. I do believe he's still there.
Oh,
James, are you with us?
Oh,
okay.
Oh, we lost you there.
I don't know if you heard the question.
Ask the question again.
Yeah, I was wondering what your plans were for the near future. What's on the chopping block? I mean, obviously you can't give away any top secret information, but what can you tell us about what to look forward to next?
Well, I can't tell you the organizations and I can't tell you the people, but we're in the middle of a couple different exciting things, a couple different exciting investigations, and I'm gonna, one of my passions is exposing the media itself. So, hint, hint, that's going to be something you're going to see in upcoming months and years. The future of, I think, this movement is to literally target and discredit the media complex itself. It's not good for, it's not good for this country. It's hurting America. Like Jon Stewart said 6 years ago on CNN, he said, "You're hurting America." Well, right back at you. We're going to try to expose the media for what it is, and all the things that we do is we try to expose the media for what it is. And if you go to my website, you can see the videos of the NJEA. One of the things that happened there was I did 6 interviews in New Jersey. No one aired my interview because I do okay for myself when they grill me. and they expect to encounter some amateur, they expect to encounter someone who's fumbling, and they grill me. They don't air my interview. They refuse. They literally do damage control for the teachers union.
Oh,
and
sure.
every time we release these investigations, we expose them a little bit more. Finally, they're like, okay, guys, we got to get on board with this because we look terrible. But CNN looked so bad.
Yeah.
After that Acorn exploded. Jon Stewart excoriated CNN. He said it cost James O'Keefe and Hannah Giles $1,300 to do this. It cost CNN $3,000 to turn on their Star Wars hologram, thing. It just makes them look so stupid. It makes them look so vulgar and so silly.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, our mission in the near future is to expose the media for what it is.
Well, there's one thing about the media, certainly, is that they're no longer in the position of reporting news so much as manufacturing news, and that's certainly true. We're going to get one last question here. You've given us a half hour already, which is overly generous, and we certainly appreciate it. I'd like to know if you think that the future of investigative journalism will be independent operators like yourself who more or less distribute their work over the web. Do you think that that's really the future of this type of journalism?
Absolutely. I believe that, as you see with ABC News today, with their little trailer plot for their Arizona illegal immigration thing, they don't want to get sued. They're afraid. You got corporate management. You got people afraid of getting sued by the subjects in the videos. And everyone's got a camera now. And frankly, to be honest with you, it does take a lot of nerve to do what we do. It takes a lot of courage. But we're living in a time in history where people are so fed up with the government and the corporations, the alliance between big business, big government, and big media, that people are going to do things that journalists won't do. They're going to take action. They're going to go into a protest. They're going to go into a NJEA leadership conference. They're going to do it as volunteers. And you can't even get a mainstream media outlet to even interview someone. They have to hire actors to play the role of the subjects. So yes, the future is Twitter, Facebook, social networking sites, people sharing videos, and those videos rise up through popularity, and the popularity and the entertainment value of the crazy things these people say will make the news.
And James, I just have to tell you, you're really an inspiration to Vincent Gore and I, because we are still in the undercurrent. We're still sort of an underground, little known, conservative talk radio show that could, but it's through actions like yours and, your driving force that drives us. It shows us that, we are the new wave of media, and we're going to force the media's hand, like I had said to you earlier. So just thank you so much for everything you do, because you really are an inspiration to people like Vincent and I.
Well, I would appreciate it if you could join the movement and
absolutely
show courage. One of the things people say to me is this stuff is inspiring. It gets me to act. Everyone's talking. You're acting. Well, start acting. Find someone who can do this and start taking action, and stop talking about how bad things are, and go out there and investigate it. And
absolutely.
The more people that do this, I'm telling you, there will be a revolution in the media if this keeps up. We've only been doing this for a year and a half, and you see how much progress we've made.
True, it is truly amazing. Like I said, I can't say enough. Just a huge fan of your work. We've basically covered everything you've ever done on the show here on Red Radio, so it's definitely good content. Would like to have you on again in the future. You're always welcome to come on. We'd love to have you on again soon, obviously. And I think that Sean, our producer, wants to say a few words to you before we let you go.
Yeah, sure.
Sounds great,
James. I really appreciate you coming on. It has been an honor to have you with us. I'll be in touch with you soon for other things, but I'm going to keep you on the line if you wish to stay on. Otherwise, you can disconnect. But it's been great having you. We hope to have you back again, especially when you break the next big thing. We'd love to have you here to talk about it. You are always welcome here with us. It's been an honor.
I appreciate your kind words, and let's stay in touch.
Okay,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Well,
Thank you, James.
Thanks for joining us, and we're going to take a break here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. There'll be a lot more. Stay tuned. Red Radio's with you.
You're listening to Conservative Radio with a Twist. Red Radio.